$50. Good luck, Diane. Winnipeg Jets and Vegas Golden Knights starting goaltenders for tonight, and both have been busy. Logan Thompson will get the start for Vegas, has faced 36 or more shots in each of his last 5 starts. The former Brandon Wheat King, great numbers in the AHL for him. And Connor Hellebuyck will start for the Winnipeg Jets. Game 54 of the year for him. He has faced 186 shots over the last 5 games, an average of 37.2.
A little bit of a shuffle of the deck. Stastny drops down to the third line to center that, so the top 6 gets rearranged just a little bit. Nikolai Ehlers, no stranger to playing with Mark Scheifele and Blake Wheeler, old buddies, as we've seen combining moving parts over the last couple of years, and he along with Scheifele and Wheeler get the start tonight.
Reed Anderson, Chris Lee are the referees. Vaughn Rody and Mark Shuchuk are your linesmen as the Jets and the Vegas Golden Knights, for the second time in a week, are underway here at Canada Life Center. Dylan DeMello trying to send it up the boards. Marchessault gets a stick on it, comes loose. Morrissey trying to play it up for Ehlers. That failed to work. Sharp angle try. Hellebuyck turns that aside as Eichel ripped that in on goal. Carlson gets it back for Eichel. Eichel gets it back at the line. A little bit of a delay, and Ben Hutton now will send it around the boards. Early pressure here by the Golden Knights. Marchessault trying to get that up into the slot, redirected to the line, but again it does not get out. Eichel to the front of the net looking for Carlson, and finally Scheifele has it, lost it, and gets some backup support there from Ehlers, and the Jets will finally get this into the Vegas zone.
Not certainly the start that the Vegas Golden Knights wanted. They start their top line with Eichel, and they have complete command of the first shift of the game, where they get a couple of shots to the net from everywhere, mind you, from the corner, and they had possession the entire time.
Carrier for Waugh. He'll dump it in. Brendan Dillon goes after it. Carrier and Dillon to the backboards. Pierre-Luc Dubois looking for a loose puck. It comes around the boards. Coughlin is in from the line, deflected by Nicholas Waugh. That may have ticked off the outside of the post. Pionk will get to center ice and shovel the backhander into the Vegas zone. And the Golden Knights quickly turn it up ice with Chandler Stevenson for Carrier. Carrier pulls it back. Wrist shot. That went high and wide, short side. Nicholas Waugh puts it back in behind the net. Logan Stanley gets tied up and dumped there with Carrier. Nicholas Waugh works it off the sideboards, trying to get it to the net. Down low to help out defensively was Pierre-Luc Dubois. And it's taken at center. Stanley gets to the red line, and he'll dump it in.
There's some jump in the step of Vegas, and Pete DeBoer, their coach, said they need to find ways to score some goals. The Jets are going to have to make sure they're excessively clean with the way they handle the puck and they exit their zone.
Patrick will dump it in. Stastny comes out along with the 2 newest members of the Winnipeg Jets. Mason Appleton with the redirect. Up at center ice, Sanford wearing number 13, trying to gather that loose puck in. It was beyond his long reach, and cleared out through center ice. Stastny will play it back into his own end. Back forward is Logan Stanley. Fakes one way, comes near side. Up for Mason Appleton. Over from the Seattle Kraken. Taking it center, and Pietrangelo will send it back in. Good start to this game. Good pace to this game. Brett Houghton will dump it into the Jet zone. Sanford will get it out at center. Stastny will head to the bench to start the line change. Leschyshyn will dump it in. Jake Leschyshyn, former Regina Pat, former Saskatoon Blazer. Cleared up at center, and Cotter has it. He'll send it right back in. Paul Cotter recalled from the Henderson Golden Knights. Played back at the line, and when he walked into the dressing room, they said, "Welcome back, Cotter." Long shot from the line. That goes wide. Kept in by Hayes at the left point. Plays it back in behind the Jets net. Harkins sends it on for Dylan DeMello. Jake Leschyshyn to the front of the net. Comes back at the blue line. Slap shot. And that got turned away as Miromanov let that one go, and Hellebuyck got the blocker on it.
There's certain ways that you build yourself into games, and clearly for me it's Vegas shooting the puck and shot volume mentality. As they've had shots from everywhere. They've controlled play here just because the first shot is turned into puck possession, and they are off to a quick start.
Jack Eichel finds some room down the right side, trying to cut around Pionk. Pionk stays with him. Brendan Dillon got back to break up the pass that was intended to the backside, looking for Marchessault. Marchessault sends it back at the blue line. Shea Theodore, the shot punched away by Hellebuyck. Comes around for Scheifele. Scheifele Sends it on the left side boards back into the Vegas zone. And Coghlan goes back for it and make sure that this got across the icing line. Is
a little bit of Matt Say on that one. And you talk about shooting the puck from everywhere. That's from the goal line, Eichel. That's the first shift of the game. And when I said that turns into possession, first touch usually in the hands of the Golden Knights. And there's another shot there from Coghlan. And watch, Watt is going to that area, and they're looking for a tip or a direct. They get it at just to the outside of that post. And we've seen some shot volume so far. The first 3 shots of the game all belong to the Golden Knights.
Svechnikov gets sent back to the bench. Logan Stanley will come back out. And Nicholas Waugh and Mark Scheifele to face off, and the Jets come up with it. And it's around for Blake Wheeler. Wheeler will airlift this one up, looking for Nikolai Ehlers to the line. That's as far as that got. Stanley will pick up a puck at center ice, gets it to Ehlers. He'll send it around the boards. And the Jets start the line change as Ehlers heads to the bench. Wheeler trying to work it off the corner boards. Shea Theodore's there to take it away. Plays it on for Ben Hutton, and Hutton will get it out at center to the blue line and in. And a little delay there with Carrier and Pietrangelo, and offside is called. These key parts of the game are presented by Napa Auto Parts.
Well, for the Jets, I really think that you have to make sure special teams are in check, and they have uncharacteristically allowed 6 goals against on the penalty kill in their last 6 games. They got to shore that up for sure. And for the Vegas Golden Knights to deal with adversity, I mean, they've got major guys out of their lineup, some COVID troubles crossing the border here into Canada, and they have had a lot of adversity to deal with. They have to find a way to get back to their game as they've dropped their last 6 games on the road.
Kyle Connor riding a 7-game point streak, trying to get that cross ice, and then Nate Schmidt's clearing attempt goes off a stick and out of play.
There is a lot of hope that Martinez will return back to the lineup, and as well as Mark Stone. But you can see you've got your #1 goaltender, Robin Lehner, out. Martinez, a big part of their back end. And of course, Braden McNabb, hard to play against. Riley Smith, a lot of offense there with him and Stone. And a big chunk of their core, not just their lineup, but their core has been in the stands for a considerable amount of time.
General Manager Kelly McCrimmon trying to clear some cap space yesterday with the Dodonov trade to Anaheim, but that has hit a bit of a snag. And as of now, that transaction is on hold. Svechnikov gets double teamed, sends it up the boards out the center. Theodore plays it through for Janmark. And turned over at the Jets line, and Kyle Connor will send this right back into the Vegas zone. Connor coming into the game, 11 points in his last 4 games, 2nd star of the week in the National Hockey League. Morrissey will carry it in. Morrissey slips it around the boards. Connor waits for it. 39 goals on the year for him. That is a career high. He's hit a career high in assists and points. Morrissey, career high in goals for him as well. Morrissey hits the center ice line, got squeezed to the far side boards, and back in now for Mason Appleton. He'll send a backhander deep. Stastny goes in after it. Stastny on the far side. Cotter got there first, and the Golden Knights will send it back into the Jet zone. Hellebuck trying to play it up the boards. That got blocked. Keegan Kolesar trying to center. Jake Leschyshyn a little slow to get up in behind the plate. Mason Appleton sends it in, and Zach Sanford goes in after it. Appleton rubbed his man out. That was Hutton. Pass back to the line, and Brendan Dillon is intercepted. Pionk comes across and sends it back down low. Stastny had Appleton off the backside. Couldn't get the pass through.
Well, you have a really good example of what these new guys, and maybe not so new in Mason Appleton, will do for this club. And they're on that 3rd line, and they're going to bring an identity to that line, Dennis. And it's all going to be about forecheck for sure, as they're going to defend and try to defend in the offensive zone. Sanford first to the puck, a good reinforcement, that 2nd layer from Mason Appleton. And then because of that, everybody else is allowed to jump to position, the D pinch, and they get puck possession, the handoff shift, offensive zone faceoff.
Pionk through traffic, that never got through, hit Pietrangelo, and then turning and firing was Ehlers, and that got blocked, and Pietrangelo is feeling the effects of that shot from Pionk. Big time minutes for Pietrangelo last night. 27 minutes and 40 seconds. Shot from Blake Wheeler from the right side into the catching glove.
Size that these guys bring, 6'4", 6'2", respectively. The amount of time on ice, both just over 14 minutes on average, both with 17 points each coming in to tonight's game. And there's going to be some physicality brought in as well. Over 130 hits for Zach Sanford, and they're going to help out on the penalty kill. They'll help out on shutting down the other team's best lines, and with Adam Lowry, that should bring a lot of identity to the depths of this club.
Sanford, a 2019 Stanley Cup champion with the St. Louis Blues, did spend a little bit of time playing with Paul Stastny before Stastny left St. Louis. Wheeler's back into his own zone, on for Morrissey, snaps it up the middle for Dylan DeMello. It gets turned over. Big save, Connor Hellebuyck, as he robs Jack Eichel.
Earlier I talked about how the Jets are going to have to be excessively clean because the Vegas Golden Knights are on their toes here. Look at the forecheck from Carlson, that first wave. There's the second wave, and then there's the third in high ice. Great anticipation. This is just three guys being connected, playing with one mind. A nice job, Marchessault, and then in high ice, there's Eichel. The turnover, and he gets the favor return for a dangerous shot. And how about Hellebuyck coming up with a save early in this game, but a big save as well as he shows down with Eichel.
Comes back at the line. Miromanov plays it around to the left point. And Hayes will send it down low. Zach Hayes in his second NHL game. Played in Minnesota last night. Nicholas Waugh, they bang at it. Carrier is there. Hellebuyck is down. And Nate Schmidt comes up with the puck. He'll chip it up the boards for Svechnikov. Svechnikov got stopped by Waugh. Chandler Stevenson back to the line. Long shot. That got turned away as Hayes put that to the net. Taken now by Dubois. He'll send it in. Goes in after it, but the Vegas Golden Knights. Nolan Patrick takes it through center. Leaves for Yarncroke. Back for Patrick. Patrick gets pressured on the near side wall by Pionk. And the puck back out at center and Pietrangelo. Back on for Nolan Patrick. And Hellebuyck will play it on for Pionk.
Yeah, you can see the forecheck here. That's the difference so far here in this one in the first half of the first period. Vegas is on their toes. They're forcing turnovers, and they're keeping Jets from speed. And conversely, the Jets just haven't been able to get to their forecheck. Vegas out of their zone with ease.
If the Golden Knights had any concern about a slow start after playing in Minnesota last night, shots on goal right now are 6-0 in favor of the Golden Knights. Dion gets to center on for Toninato. Dominic Toninato, wrist shot, that's deflected away. Howden got a stick on that, and the Golden Knights turn it right back up. Keegan Colasar. And he tried to get that through the middle, looking for Cotter. That didn't work, and the Jets will bring it right back up. Jansen Harkins got to center no further. Cleared cross ice. Ehlers will play it through. Stastny chases it down. And two Golden Knights. Three now with Theodore into the pile. Converge on Stastny. Sanford sends it back up to center, and Dylan DeMello will send it in. 4 and 6 nights here at Canada Life Center for the Winnipeg Jets. Ottawa Thursday, Columbus Friday, Arizona Sunday. We'll have them all for you here on TSN. Brendan Dillon gets to the red line. A bit of a misfire. Gets it the second round and fires it in. Jack Eichel. Long pass up the middle. Brendan Dillon trying to get that for Sanford. Eichel breaks that one up, and the Jets regroup. On its center, Scheifele trying to play it through. Coughlin blocked it. No room for Eichel up the middle. And Scheifele will play it back for Pionk. Little redirect on for Nikolai Ehlers. He puts it through for Scheifele. The other change with Ehlers is he now moves from the right side to the left side.
That was a brilliant lead from Logan Stanley. If he touches that puck, it's too many men, and he recognizes that his substitution wasn't off the ice, 5 feet from it, and he just allows the puck to play right through his feet. That was just an intelligent little lead.
Wheeler trying to chip that one through for Nikolai Ehlers. That got blocked. Ehlers, of course, riding that 4-game goal-scoring streak. Opened the scoring for the Jets in Sunday's win in Chicago. And Pietrangelo, a little move at the blue line, and that forces an offside. Vegas Golden Knights and Winnipeg Jets scoreless. in the last 11 games and in a stretch of 6 in 10 days. Stanley plays this up the middle, and unable to get a stick on that was Dubois, and an icing call against the Jets.
Well, the last 3 home games for the Jets, they've been able to get to their offensive games. 16 goals in total, and Dave Lowry will rely on that. You want to make sure that you have an identity on home ice and make sure other teams understand how difficult it is to take points out of your own building, and the offensive part of the game for the Jets has certainly been a message, and they're going to have to find ways to play with the puck a little bit more here tonight, as they haven't registered a shot yet.
Another shot from the line that got deflected. Nicholas Waugh sends it down low, short side try, Carrier save made. Carrier on the steal, chases it to the corner, gets it back for Chandler Stevenson. Chandler Stevenson back for Carrier, back for Stevenson. He'll drop it at the line. Pietrangelo plays it down low. Nate Schmidt breaks it up. Kept inside the line, though, by Ben Hutton. Stevenson trying to center. Got blocked by Nate Schmidt, but it's cleared back to the line. Pietrangelo unloads, and that's punched away by the blocker of Hellebuck. And Svechnikov will send Kyle Connor away. Connor to the front of the net, looking for Svechnikov, and he couldn't quite reach it. And right back up the ice for the Golden Knights with Pietrangelo. He'll let the wrister go. The rebound was there for a split second for Janmark, but he couldn't get a stick on it. And Stastny will flip this up at center and back into the Vegas zone. Daniil Miramanov in his 10th game with the Vegas Golden Knights will start it back up the ice. Hellebuck trying to play it up the wall and got blocked. Morrissey gets tied up there with Nolan Patrick. Comes back at the line. Miramanov lets the shot go. That went wide. Scheifele, or rather Morrissey, has lost his helmet and his stick. So he will have to go back to the bench. Nope, gets it back on. And the Jets will clear it back into the Vegas zone. Miramanov with Sanford in pursuit. Miramanov sends it ahead. Kolesar tried to handle it cleanly, but he was on his backhand, and it gets away from him. And back up for Mason Appleton. Appleton tracks it down, centers, and a stick lift that's going to draw a penalty. Pionk unloads, and that one went wide. Comes around the boards, and Brendan Dillon will chase this back into his own end.
Such a simple little play that not only gets a second chance to shoot the puck, but it draws a penalty, and it's Appleton. He just chips the puck to spaces. A strong side chip. He keeps his speed. He's able to get to the puck first, keep the puck, and draw the first penalty of the game.
Plays back at the line, 6 attackers. Ehlers carries it in. Jets still looking for their first shot on goal. That one by Wheeler earlier was wide on the glove side. Scheifele cross ice and deflected in front by Carlson. And this gets touched by Theodore, and play will get whistled down.
Well, this is again, tip your hat to Mason Appleton in his first game in his return back to being a Winnipeg Jet, and a nice job just collecting the puck right here. 2 guys who he just puts it behind him, forced the D to turn. A nice job finishing the check from Sanford, and Mason Appleton's the guy that gets the puck back. He makes a pass, a shot turns into 2, and a nice job forcing Vegas to react versus command the play. And the Jets went 1 for 2 on the power play in Chicago. They've scored just twice in their last 14 attempts. This is a big moment. First shot on net the Jets are looking for, and if they can turn the tides momentum-wise here with the extra man, that would be just what the doctor ordered.
Since relocation, they have not had a period where they have not recorded a shot on goal. This gets cleared down the ice. This is power play 201 on the year for the Winnipeg Jets, one of 3 teams coming into tonight's action with 200 or more power play opportunities.
That'd be Avalanche, Vancouver, and of course the Jets.
Cleared off a stick, and Morrissey will chase this one down. On for Kyle Connor. Leads the Jets at power play points. Kyle Connor has scored in 34 games this year. That is #1 in the NHL. Howden in on Morrissey. Howden with the wrister, turned away by the right pad of Connor Hellebuck. And Wheeler on the loose puck for Kyle Connor. Trying to get it for Pierre-Luc Dubois. Intercepted. Possible on-man rush. Howden with Stevenson. Wheeler's going to get a penalty. Another save by Connor Hellebuck. And that'll end the power play, and we'll go to 4-on-4.
Winnipeg 26, minor penalty for hooking.
Well, a tough start to the power play for sure. Vegas hasn't taken their foot off the throttle on the penalty kill. The only 2 shots registered on the power play were from the Vegas Golden Knights. There you can see the hook into the hands of Stevenson. He's still able to get the shot off, and now 11 shots to none in favor of the Vegas Golden Knights. Will play 4-on-4.
Face off to the right of Connor Hellebuyck. Winnipegger Von Rode, the linesman, gets the puck down to the ice surface. Pietrangelo chips it deep into the Jet zone. So some 4-on-4 here in what has been a slow start for the Winnipeg Jets, other than Connor Hellebuyck, who has made a number of very good stops. Pietrangelo, and that gets turned over, and now a chance for Nikolai Ehlers. Ehlers lets the wrister go, and that went wide. Stastny will redirect this and centers. It comes all the way around the boards, and Pionk right back in. Yuli for Ehlers. Ehlers to the middle. Save made. Rebound. Save made. Couple of stops and dandies by Logan Thompson to keep this a scoreless tie between the Jets and the Golden Knights on TSN.
View is that layers of forecheck get the puck into the hands of number 9 as he gets the flex, the shot, and Connor Hellebuyck flashes the leather to make the save.
TSN 5G View gives you the ability to control the angle on every play, zoom in and out, rotate around the action. Download the TSN app and start watching, or visit tsn.ca/5GView for more info. Scheifele trying to chip this one through. Kyle Connor looking for some room, got squeezed out, and Jack Eichel back for the Vegas Golden Knights. Eichel gets turned back into his own end. Scheifele hits to the bench, so does Pionk. Stanley has it at center, sends it down the ice as it is a power play now for the Vegas Golden Knights. 48 seconds left in the minor penalty to Blake Wheeler. Eichel lines it to the line off the skate of Stastny. Dylan DeMello on for Logan Stanley. Chops it back for Dylan DeMello. He'll play it on for Stastny. Stastny gets pressured. Plays it back for Stanley. Stanley will send it around the boards. That got blocked by Chandler Stevenson. Eichel plays it back for Shea Theodore. Theodore back for Stevenson. Stevenson back up top for Theodore. Cross ice Eichel. Eichel tees it up, doesn't shoot it. Pass in front of the net. Nice setup. And Connor Hellebuyck with a good point-blank save off of William Karlsson.
Yeah, Karlsson with just 1 goal in his last 18 games, but he gets the shot off that he wants. This is a quick play, and it has to happen fast. The little triangle, it's Eichel drawing guys into high ice, and a great read from DeMello as it goes Marchessault to Karlsson. Still able to get the shot off. DeMello not able to pinch the stick out of the play, and Hellebuyck comes out to challenge with the big save.
Tony Nato out with Kyle Connor, and Kyle Connor comes up with it. A couple of shorthanded goals on the year for him. Tony Nato has 1, and the wrister by Tony Nato goes off of Pietrangelo and out of play.
Are you here to heal the world or to destroy it?
Morbius. Get tickets now, exclusively in theaters April 1st.
Dominic Tony Nato, 3 shorthanded points on the season, and it gets a shot deflected up into the mesh. One thing that stood out for me so far on the penalty kill, the Jets have given up some seam plays in the last few days or games. I've mentioned 6 power play goals against in their last 6 games, and they've protected the middle of the ice well so far.
Shot by Morrissey, that's blocked. Pietrangelo getting hounded there by Mark Scheifele. Ehlers down low to help out. Ehlers trying to spin off a check. Nolan Patrick in the pile. Scheifele sends it around. Brendan Dillon plays it back. Wheeler up top, lets the shot go looking for a tip. Scheifele in front of the net for Ehlers. Good save made by Logan Thompson. Thompson's only had to make 3 saves, but all 3 have been very good. Connor Hellebuyck with another good save as Janmark was looking blocker side. Patrick plays it back at the line. Long wrister there by Hayes. Off the sideboards for Brett Howden, and it's back out at center. And Zach Hayes, the former Prince Albert Raider. Miramanoff tried to get that into the Jet zone, didn't get enough on it. And a bank pass by Pierre-Luc Dubois is in behind Wheeler. And this will be an icing call.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dennis. Just 4 shots on net, but they have been high-quality chances, to say the least. The first 2 came quickly in the last shift before the break, and there's another one point blank. And those are difficult for goaltenders when they come out right from the back of the net. They have to look over shoulder and then push to make a save, and Ehlers finds the middle of the ice for a grade A opportunity.
Nate Schmidt up with the loose puck. Kyle Connor chops at it. Pierre-Luc Dubois takes a bit of a high stick. Play goes on. Chandler Stevenson brings it back in. Stevenson trying to center it. Carrier got a whack at it. Another save by Connor Hellebuyck as Theodore jumped in from the line. Nicholas Waugh finds a little bit of open ice. Waugh in on goal, and he fired that one wide, glove side. Theodore trying to send it back down low. Wheeler had it get away from him. It's cleared to the line, but not out as Nate Schmidt couldn't clear. And now finally, Pierre-Luc Dubois settles it down, gets to center, gets to the blue line. Off his stick, following up was Mason Appleton, but he dropped it back, and it's grabbed off by Keegan Kolesar. Brendan Dillon chasing it back into his own end. A couple of former Seattle Thunderbirds there, Kolesar and Brendan Dillon. Dillon with the long wrist shot, that's off a stick and wide. Then Hutton goes in after it. Hutton gets pressured by Stastny. And Kolesar has the loose puck. Up the middle it goes, and not a lot of room there for Cotter as he got tied up with Neil Pionk, and it's back into the Vegas zone. Round for Cotter. His cross ice pass off a stick. Sent back up, Stastny to the line, Appleton, and play gets whistled down at the Vegas blue line.
2 goals, 4 points in his last 5 games for Nicholas Waugh. He's a big man that can skate, and he's been an offensive threat, no doubt. And the way he just turns the corner, that's not easy to do on Pierre-Luc Dubois as he arcs into high ice. And then you can see the Jets, the puck hasn't left the zone, but 2 wingers have. And that's just where you have to make sure that you play below, patient, low, and slow is what they call it. And come out of your own zone as a group of 5, and then you get to speed when you command the puck. The Jets right now just seem to be a step off of it in their own zone.
Cleared down the ice, and an icing call now against Vegas.
When you talk about team speed, and the fastest team on the ice, Dennis, is usually the team that's quicker without the puck. And what that means is you're going to get it back fast. And right now the Vegas Golden Knights have been really purposeful without the puck, and they've been on the forecheck really heavy. And as a result, I've been looking over my left shoulder way more than my right. And making sure that you're fast without the puck and getting it back quickly and efficiently is so important.
Jack Eichel on for Jonathan Marchessault, leads the Vegas Golden Knights in scoring back for Eichel. Eichel took a look cross ice, and pass was intercepted. Now Eichel fires it. Save made by Hellebuyck. Karlsson is on it. Karlsson being watched by Scheifele. William Karlsson one-hands it back at the line. Coghlan with the high shot. Knocked down by Hellebuyck around the boards. Coghlan is first on it. He'll play it into the high slot for Theodore. Theodore walks it in, knocked off his stick at the last second. Dylan DeMello plays it up the boards. 227s go after it, and Theodore gets there first. And another save for Connor Hellebuyck.
Well, at the risk of repeating myself, the 50-50 pucks here, the hungrier team has been Vegas. It'll be something that Dave Lowry and his coaching staff will address without doubt. But there is a 50-50 puck, and who wants it more? It's the Vegas Golden Knights. Now they settle things down. You start to chase the game a little bit defensively, and you force your goaltender to have to make more stops than maybe you want him to, and that's actually 17 to be exact.
Pierre-Luc Dubois, who won 10 of 15 faceoffs in Chicago on Sunday, out to take this faceoff. Golden Knights come up with it, but Chandler Stevenson's pass back to the line goes between the 2-point men. Pietrangelo and Theodore. All the way back into the Vegas zone. Jets' season low this year for shots on goal in a period is 4. In the first period has happened one other time. And that is the tally after 20 minutes here tonight.
Well, Dennis, you want the good news or the bad news?
Both.
Well, I'm going to give you both. And the bad news is the Jets just weren't even close to where they need to be if they want to win this hockey game. The good news is they were able to survive and get out of a terrible period. They didn't look like the team that they need to be, and they've been good on home ice. I talked about the goals they've scored, 16 of them in their last 3 home games, and they'll address this. And to me, it's not what they're doing with the puck. It's the fact that they haven't had the puck near enough. They'll have to get faster without it.
Jets are 11-6-3 against Pacific Division teams this season. One period done here at Canada Life Center. Jets and Vegas scoreless on TSN. Here in Winnipeg.
Well, you almost kind of think about that first period, that post-trade deadline slump or whatever you want to call it, where there's a little bit of an exhale, but this game should be filled with life and energy after the anxiety that players and teams go through leading up to the trade deadline. A couple of moves, and maybe the Jets will look to shake that first period off and get back to what looks more normal.
Ehlers has it at center. Spinorama spins it off the far side wall, looking for Ehlers. Ehlers chases it down along with Pietrangelo. Ben Hutton on the loose puck. Sends it on for Eichel. On for Marchessault, squeezed out by Morrissey. DeMello comes across, clears the puck, and Scheifele has it. On for Nikolai Ehlers. Ehlers trying to corral it, and the line does. Stayed on side because he controlled the puck. Tried to get it back to Scheifele, but Jack Eichel on the backtrack takes it away. Eichel for Karlsson. Karlsson slows it down inside the Jets line, back for Eichel. Eichel takes a bump from Morrissey. Shea Theodore at the line, gets it back for Eichel. Eichel pressured there as Morrissey chases him all the way up to the blue line. Down for Marchessault. Marchessault trying to get it to William Karlsson. And it's cleared up, and Wheeler has it. On for Mark Scheifele to the red line and in. And Thompson will leave it for Theodore. Another former Seattle Thunderbird. Chipped into the Jet zone for Brendan Dillon. Pionk on for Svechnikov and through for Pierre-Luc Dubois. Carrier in pursuit of Pierre-Luc Dubois slowed him up at the line enough to force an offside.
Now, well, Dave Lowry had talked about this week in particular, 4 games in 6 nights, and some opponents here where the Jets should be able to put away. They've been preparing for this segment for 3 weeks, and what I mean by that is just when they practice, when they don't practice, and making sure that this club is rested for a lot of hockey here coming up in a very short amount of time.
Puck back into the Vegas zone, and Coghlan will go after it. Willis Coghlan, former Tri-City American, played there with Eric Comrie. Centered in front of the net as Hellebuyck misplayed it. Carrier trying to stuff it. Where is it? Carrier plays it back at the line. Hellebuyck makes the save. And Connor Hellebuyck is going to slow this down and get a stoppage in play.
Well, made it interesting, though, didn't he? And you got the Vegas Golden Knights that are coming downhill on their forecheck. They've been really quick to task, and Hellebuyck kind of gets out of his net, but he can't leave the trapezoid, so he's kind of caught between 2 decisions. And does he get a piece of this? He wisely decides not to touch it at all. No, it's just not a shot that arrives on net. Carrier, who did score the last time that Vegas was in town, wasn't able to get a shot off on an empty net.
Mason Appleton on the near side boards. Gets it to the line, but not out. Nolan Patrick will play it back down low. Janmark watched by Stanley. Shot from the right point. Flutters off a body, and into the corner it goes. Rink wide back, slap shot, right pad, save made as Miramanov let that one fly. Kept inside the line. Janmark to the front, save made by Hellebuyck. Hayes takes a bump on the near side for Mason Appleton. Stanley chopped it to the corner. Janmark on the loose puck. Matthias Janmark with Stanley all over him. He'll drop it back for Howden. At the line for Zach Hayes. And that shot is off a stick and up into the netting.
Yeah, you can almost feel a little bit of frustration. You see Paul Stastny skating off the ice, shaking his head, and it's probably because the Vegas Golden Knights have been able to turn 1 chance into 2 chances. There's a shot with possession and just simply possession loss. So tip your hat to Vegas where they were able to put the puck into some positions to be pretty dangerous. And you look at a couple of pretty darn good shots on Hellebuyck, who's not only made the save, but kicked or punched the rebound out of trouble.
Jake Leschyshyn out to take the face-off against Tony Nato. Jets come up with it. Pioch to the line, sends it in. Jets will have to clear. It got delayed at the line just enough to put Harkins offside.
Little toe drag there from Ben Hutton. There's different ways to get out of your zone. He does it in a fancy style.
Cotter sends it in. Pioch goes after it. Well-traveled Ben Hutton over the last few years. Since the 18-19 season. Vancouver, LA, Anaheim, Toronto, and now Vegas. Shot deflected in front by Cotter. Center in front again, and Jake Leschyshyn couldn't get a stick on it. And this will get cleared out at center and back into the Vegas zone. Golden Knights picking up here in the second period where they left off in the first.
Yeah, I agree. Pete DeBoer didn't like their first in Minnesota yesterday, but he felt like they were by far the better team in the second period. And so far in this one, we're not 5 minutes in, and they have registered the only 5 shots on net here in the second. And it's just because of how quickly they get to those second chances. A shot to the net. Look at the tip right there. How about the second effort there? That's high and wide, but pucks that end up going to the net more often than not end up as a Golden Knights possession, and Jets are going to have to find ways to find pinch points and cut plays off to one and get out of trouble.
Shots this period 5-0 in favor of Vegas. Jets have 2 in hand on Vegas, 4 points back. Dallas Stars are the team in the Central that has played the fewest amount of games. Wheeler going in after it. On for Scheifele, trying to get that up front for Nikolai Ehlers, and Marchessault is there to break it up. Marchessault will send it in, gets squeezed out. The Jets will send it back up at center. Wheeler turns, trying to chop it into the Vegas zone. 30 points in 27 games since coming back from injury for Blake Wheeler. And this is going to be an icing call. Had to wait and see who was going to get there first as it came around the board.
Let's look at this forecheck here. A flip puck from Ehlers, and a good job. Wheeler gets to the puck first. Scheifele gets it in, and there's the play, that third play. So all 3 guys have a role. Dump puck Ehlers, first to puck Wheeler, and it's Scheifele there that just kind of under pressure puts the puck to the middle of the ice, and there's the change of possession. And you want to make sure that you make a good hard pass, and if you don't have any pass, turn it into a wall battle, win a 50-50 puck, and then churn for opportunities and keep the puck in the offensive zone. That's just an area certainly that the Jets as a group just haven't been clean enough in.
The linesmen had a bit of a confab and decide they're going to face this off at center ice. Svechnikov trying to play it up the boards. Carrier's lost his helmet, so he's going to have to go to the bench. Long lead pass is coming off the bench was Janmark, but he couldn't handle it cleanly. And cleared across for Svechnikov. Svechnikov in behind the Vegas net. Has Kyle Connor up front. In from the line was Nate Schmidt, and he ripped that one wide glove or blocker side. Jets control up the line for Stanley. On for Svechnikov. In for Kyle Connor. He'll pitch a backhander over top the net. Stanley is in from the line. Now for Connor. Connor trying to work it free from Pietrangelo. Back for Logan Stanley. Stanley back for Kyle Connor. Connor short side save made. Logan Thompson. And the rebound corralled and carried out through center by Patrick. Stevenson back for Patrick. He'll curl up inside the Jets zone. Spins it back in behind Connor Hellebuyck, and it's grabbed off by Nate Schmidt. Former Vegas Golden Knights, Nate Schmidt riding a 3-game point streak. 197 games played in a Golden Knights uniform for him.
And he's only 7 points shy of career high that he had in Vegas.
Penalty coming up as Miromanov put the grab on Zach Sanford. So the Jets will go to the power play for the second time in the game.
Well, you know what? A little bit of hard work here has paid off for the Jets in this last shift. It's Sanford that's curling to protect the puck, and anytime you get someone reaching, things usually don't go well. Miromanov with the stick into the hands of Sanford does a nice job, and then the Jets did a really good job. There's Svechnikov, protect the puck, pull it out of a pile, make a play hard to the middle of the ice. Schmidt gets a shot on net, and big surprise. One chance turns into two chance, turns into three chance, and it turns into the second power play of the night for the Winnipeg Golden Jets. So there's a shift that they can certainly build off. A real dangerous shot from the gut from Nate Schmidt.
Jets with 19 goals in the last 4 games, 30 in the last 7. They've scored 28 in the last 6 home games, so they have found their offensive game, but it has sputtered a little bit here against the Golden Knights with just 5 shots on goal here, with 6 gone in the second period. Morrissey, and he'll drop it back for Scheifele. And a cross ice pass off a stick and out of play.
Well, talking about the power play for the Winnipeg Jets, they did score against Chicago, but just 2 and 14, now 2 in their last 15. And you know what? They have 2 really dangerous groups, and sometimes it's just about simplifying when you don't get the results you want with the extra man. And you almost kind of take a 5-on-5 mentality into a 5-on-4, and that is shoot the puck. And don't try to overpass it or pass it into the net. Have net front presence, shoot it, look for a rebound, and build from there.
Kyle Connor takes the Morrissey pass, drops it back for Wheeler. Wheeler trying to go across ice, rebound, score! Pierre-Luc Dubois, as the Jets take advantage of a fortuitous bounce and have the 1-0 lead on the power play goal.
And you almost had a sense that this might happen, where one team dominates for such a long period of time, and then another team maybe gets a little bit opportunistic. This is a pass that's meant to go right through that seam. I think it hits Pierre-Luc Dubois' skate. He looks, wow, I'm not sure that I meant to do that. But if you're in the middle of the ice, usually a bounce turns into a dangerous chance. And Pierre-Luc Dubois follows that little kick play from a skate to the stick to the backhand, and tough one for Logan Thompson to read. And on the power play, the Jets strike on their second attempt, and after just putting 6 shots on net, make that 7. The Jets score first.
25 on the year now for Pierre-Luc Dubois, as he closes in on his career high 27. A career goal number 99 for him, as he closes in on the 100 mark. And Kyle Connor will extend his point streak with another assist. Wheeler will have the other assist. To the front of the Jets net, bounces and chopped to the line. Coughlin will hold it in, forces it wide, lets the shot go. Save made by Hellebuyck. And Pionk on the loose puck. He'll get to the red line, pumps this into the Vegas zone. Stastny after it. Skipped away from him. Eichel trying to clear. Appleton closes in on him. Eichel finds a little bit of room. Puts on the brakes and sends it back to the line. Theodore couldn't handle it. Sanford will send it on for Ehlers. Ehlers on the backhand, puts it to the front of the net, and Tony Nato couldn't get a stick on that. Cleared up at center and back in for Theodore. He'll bounce it to the front of the net. This is cleared. Carlson trying to get that to the middle of the ice, but Ehlers is there to break it up. Gets to center no further. Taken back by Hayes, and he'll dump it in. Morrissey breaks it up. Harkins. No room for him up the middle, and Hellebuyck will snap it around the boards. Kept it at the blue line. Miromanov will send it down low. Ehlers finds a little bit of room through center, on for Harkins. Harkins with the wrister, and that didn't miss by much. Dubois goes after it. Svechnikov in after a loose puck. Langsman got caught in the middle of it, and it's on for Yarnmark, and Janmark will dump it in and go in after it. Nate Schmidt gets there first, though, and swings it on for Stanley. Stanley rink wide, some room for Kyle Connor. In for Svechnikov, scores! Jets go bang, bang! And it's a 2-0 lead.
Ooh, what a fantastic job. Getting that puck to the weak side. Dubois releases the pressure out to Stanley, and now 3 lanes are filled. Look at that middle drive, Dubois. Wide lanes are filled. A great seam pass from Kyle Connor. 2 points on the night, and Svechnikov playing his career best hockey. No doubt about it. He made a strong play earlier in this period on the wall, and then he benefits from a fantastic rush entry. All 3 guys get a touch, and Svechnikov extends the lead now to 2.
2:23.
Vegas is using their coach's challenge. The challenger
And we're getting a challenge here by the Vegas Golden Knights for offside. Peter DeBoer trying to keep his players fired up. They've outshot the Jets 22-8.
Yeah, absolutely. He's talking about belief here, where you're maybe not getting what you've earned to this point of the game, and in large part due to Connor Hellebuyck, who's been fantastic, stopping all 22 shots when under fire. Pete DeBoer's team not able to light the red lamp, and Svechnikov will have to wait patiently to see if he will be awarded with his 7th of the season. Question is offside or not, and you look in the middle of the ice, the heel of Dubois and the puck on the stick of Kyle Connor. Geez, this one's going to be very, very close. Yeah, this one might, there's a chance this one might get called off. The back left heel of Dubois looks to me like it's crossed before maybe the puck has broken the plane of the blue line, and decision coming. Pietrangelo already figures it's a no goal.
Play was offside. We have no goal.
And he'd be right.
Freezing second clock to 11:24.
Well, a challenge by the Vegas Golden Knights, and oh so close.
But the silver lining would be that the Jets have found a little bit of their game here, where they're getting a little bit back to speed. Notice how that last non-goal came from a quick one-touch exit. It was Stanley that got the puck from Dubois, and the Jets got to speed.
This will get sent in.
There'll be a power play coming up for the Jets.
And a bit of a retaliation. So the Vegas Golden Knights will go to the power play. There's the play there. Connor and Svechnikov. 1-0 Jets.
What a swing of momentum and a swing of circumstance. Svechnikov goes from thinking that he's got the 2nd goal of the game to taking a penalty. So this is probably a penalty that Connor probably should have been called on. And then there's a slash in tight. Watch Svechnikov there. He just gets knocked right down. And I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a ref. I'm glad I don't have to make the calls out there. That's the slash. But I got to tell you, I'm not crazy about the call. If anything, it should be 4-on-4 hockey. So Vegas may have caught a break.
Stevenson is after it, spins it around the boards. Marchessault up top, Eichel. Eichel back for Marchessault. Sharp angle try. Makes its way to the far side boards. Kyle Connor on for Stastny. Stastny short-handed. He'll leave it for Kyle Connor. Connor will play it all the way back into his own end for Dylan DeMello. On for Kyle Connor. Has Stastny in front, trying to get it there. And Eichel all the way back in front of his own netminder to block it. Theodore. He'll drop it back for Eichel. Eichel hits the line, whips it across for Carlson. Cross ice pass, DeMello breaks that up. Marchessault sends it back for Eichel. To the line for Theodore and back for Eichel. Watched by Mason Appleton. Eichel. Forced to the near side boards. Good job by Appleton. Finally, it comes back at the line. Theodore cross ice. They were looking for the tip in front. Comes right back for Eichel. He'll send it rink wide again and again, looking for the tip in front from Carlson. As Stevenson trying to find him. Stevenson now elects to shoot it and puts it off the outside of the goalpost. Theodore, Eichel. Eichel walks it in. Save made short side by Hellebuyck. And Dylan DeMello's going to hammer this down the ice.
And in the meantime, he picks up Michael's stick, who just crushed him, and throws it back up to him. So no saggy lip from DeMello.
Janmark trying to clear it in behind the Jets net. Does. Nate Schmidt trying to clear it. It's blocked. On it is Nolan Patrick. Patrick being watched by Stastny. Nicholas Waugh back at the line, and a shot by Coghlan that went wide. Theodore back for Coghlan into the slot for Waugh. Stopped by Nate Schmidt, and out of the penalty box is Svechnikov. In across the line has Kyle Connor with him. He'll leave it for Connor. Connor back for Svechnikov. Ends up at the line. Wrist shot. Brendan Dillon ripped it wide. Janmark at the line for Vegas. Little bit of a pick at the line there on Nate Schmidt. Play goes on. Scheifele on the loose puck on for Wheeler. On for Nate Schmidt. Lifts the backhander in. Wheeler goes in after it. Scheifele after it. Back for Wheeler. Wheeler trying to get it for Nikolai Ehlers. And Ben Hutton breaks it up. Coghlan plays it around the boards and out the center. Carrier hits for the front of the net. Looking for the return pass. Connor Hellebuyck with a brilliant save off of Carrier as he took the pass and tried to punch that in the back door. What a stop by Connor Hellebuyck.
Well, he's had a couple of game changers here tonight. What an unbelievable save there on that backdoor attempt.
Near side for Kolesar. Sent back up, and Scheifele will chop it away. Pionk plays it on for Nikolai Ehlers. Ehlers for Scheifele, and he was going cross ice looking for Svechnikov. Back at the line. Dylan DeMello with the shot as he took the Brendan Dillon pass. Dillon has it again to the front of the net, blocked by Ben Hutton. And the Golden Knights will clear to center, but no. This gets sent in, and Hutton will put it off the boards. Brendan Dillon right back in. Jets with numbers. Brendan Dillon forced wide by Hutton. He'll leave it there for Dubois. Dubois with the only goal in this game after the one by Svechnikov was negated because of the offside. Carlson will bring it in. Tees it up, sends it for Marchessault. Marchessault off the corner boards, waiting for it at the line was Coghlan, but it's sent down low to Carlson, centered, and Brendan Dillon pokes it away. Coghlan back for Marchessault. Backside play looking for Carlson. He got tied up, and it's grabbed off by Mason Appleton. Appleton in for Dubois. Dubois for Connor. Connor tried to come outside inside. Knocked away by Coghlan, and back up for Carlson. Carlson trying to swing it back, and on the backtrack, it's intercepted by Kyle Connor. Stastny on for Nate Schmidt. Schmidt takes it wide. Appleton off the side of the net. Stastny trying to center it. Back to the line for Nate Schmidt. He'll tee it up, and that goes off Eichel. Off the backboards for Sanford. Sanford looking for some space. Finds a little, and he wired it wide, glove side, all the way around the boards, and Marchessault is after it. Stanley is keeping an eye on him, and the shot goes off the side of the net. Nate Schmidt back up for Appleton. Gets bumped on the play there by Zach Hayes in his second NHL game. Made his debut in Minnesota last night. Taken wide by Carrier. Carrier, what a chance he had moments ago. And Stanley on the puck. And this goes off the glass and up and out of play. We need a break. It's 25-9 the shots. 1-0 Jets. What a save by Hellebuyck.
A puck after Eichel shoots it into the corner. DeMello toe pick. Oh, falls, and what goes down to is Eichel's stick. But hey, Lady Bing nominee from DeMello as he throws it right back to do it without missing a beat. And then good defense. How about that? Kyle Connor coming back first forward low, creates the turnover transition for his team. And it's those plays that maybe were absent in the first period that are starting to show up a little bit more here in the second. A good scoring chance from Mason Appleton because of the efforts from Kyle Connor.
Shot from Ben Hutton is grabbed and held by Connor Hellebuyck. Hellebuyck has been busy, has been brilliant.
He certainly has been, and sometimes you just need your goalie to bail you out, steal you one steal a game or steal even a period, and the Jets were able to get through a dark period and maybe even a half, and it was just a bounce on the power play that was able to turn the tides momentum-wise, and the Jets have harnessed it.
Face-off win by Scheifele, and the Jets bring it out. Wheeler and Scheifele on that backside wide open. Morrissey ripped it. Good save made by Thompson. Scheifele on the loose puck. Banks it back at the line for Morrissey. Ehlers ripped it, and he wired that one over top the net. Pietrangelo trying to get it on for Waugh. Comes off the stick, and Wheeler has it. Wheeler for Scheifele. Morrissey jumps in from the line, along with Chandler Stevenson. Wheeler now with Pietrangelo in pursuit. In for Scheifele. Scheifele trying to lose the checking of Ben Hutton. Ehlers almost had that in front of the net. DeMello at the line, on for Scheifele. Back for Morrissey. Ehlers gets double teamed, slides it on to Morrissey. Down low. Sharp angle try there by Scheifele. Kept in by DeMello. Ehlers scores! Ehlers with the shot. I believe it was Scheifele with the tip.
Yeah, this is a really good play as Nikolai Ehlers does a good job keeping the puck and getting the puck out of trouble as he's double teamed in high ice, and a couple of chances earlier from Josh Morrissey. And watch this, Ehlers comes high ice, there's two guys on him, but he attacks the triangle and he finds Josh Morrissey uncovered, and the puck continues on. A nice job from Ehlers, who eventually gets the favor return, the shot with traffic. And Dennis, eyes of an eagle up there in the press box. I think you're right, a tip in from Mark Scheifele in that two-tier tip lane. Say that 3 times fast. A shot from Ehlers, and Mark Scheifele will now indeed get the second goal of the game for the Jets.
24 on the year for Mark Scheifele. His 27th point in the division, and another lead now for the Jets that is up to 2. 14 points in the last 11 games for Scheifele. Here comes Sanford. DeMello and Ehlers with the assists on the goal by Scheifele. Appleton trying to get away from Howden. The Oakbank product gets jammed free to the blue line for Stanley. Stanley will look for a tip. It ends up off the corner glass. Nate Schmidt has the loose puck. Puts this back in behind the Vegas net. Sanford after it on the near side. And this will get pitched back out at center, and Nate Schmidt will hustle back. On for Paul Stastny, and right back into the Vegas zone it goes. Miravanov, his pass blocked at the line by Pierre-Luc Dubois. Keegan Colasar gets double teamed from Kyle Connor and Pierre-Luc Dubois. It forces a turnover. Svechnikov has it. Taken by Jake Leschyshyn. Brendan Dillon in from the line. It's squeezed past him, and here comes Leschyshyn with some room. Shot, Hellebuck to save, and wasn't sure where it was for a split second. Has it under the right pad and will hang on. 3:19 to go in the second period. The Jets are
time. Nikolai Ehlers with some fancy hands earlier to buy himself some space up high. There's the shot. You can see the dive of the puck. And Dennis, you must have had your binoculars out in the speed of the game. You called that one in time. Was it a guess?
I saw it drop.
Okay. All right. I just thought it might have been a lucky guess, but that's fine too. I'm buying what you're selling. Good call.
I had a 50-50 chance. And this goes off a glove and out of play.
50-50 or maybe 33%. Ehlers, Scheifele, or maybe Wheeler even in front.
Yep.
But you got it right.
Yep.
Oh, you usually do.
Yep.
It's amazing, though, how things have turned here for Dave Lowry's group. And again, that power play, one little bounce. And when things aren't going your way, you look for a reason or something to feel good about. And sometimes it's just simply and purely luck. And that's what that was. A Pierre-Luc Dubois kick to the stick. And it has been a different game since.
Thompson will clear it on for Shea Theodore. Through the middle, jammed ahead by Marchessault. Carlson will spin it into the Jet zone. Again, no Adam Lowry in the lineup for the Winnipeg Jets. He is in COVID protocol. If all goes well, Lowry would be eligible to be in the game Friday against the Columbus Blue Jackets.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that line with Sanford and Appleton with Lowry.
Chance save made by Thompson as Nikolai Ehlers ripped one to the short side. Ehlers riding that 4-game point streak, does have an assist. Kyle Connor has extended his point streak to 8 with an assist on the game's opening tally. Carlson trying to center it. Grabbed off by Nikolai Ehlers. Ehlers, little delay, and then he'll find Dominic Toninato. Toninato takes it wide. Adam Brooks heads for the front of the net. Comes back to the line, and the Golden Knights will clear. Ben Hutton snaps it ahead for Keegan Kolesar. Puts it behind the Jets net. Cotter is there. Cotter trying to work it free. Gets tied up with Jansen Harkins. Harkins coming off his first career 2-goal game in Chicago on Sunday. Harkins in a battle there with Cotter. Adam Brooks chases into the far side. Jake Leschyshyn after him. A couple of former teammates with the Regina Pats. This gets turned over at Harkins. Trying to skate away from Pietrangelo. Harkins fires. Thompson got a piece of it. Cleared back up, and Leschyshyn will bring it in. Leschyshyn trying to drive that one through, could not. And grabbed off by Connor. He'll send it around. In from the line is Coghlan. And Neil Pionk will take it away. Dubois couldn't drive the line. And Coghlan sends it back for Theodore. Theodore whipped it up the boards, stopped at the line by Pionk. Pionk through traffic, and Logan Thompson, the former Brandon Wheat King, got a piece of that. Comes back to the blue line. Pionk for Kyle Connor. We're into the final minute. Back for Pionk as he found the bouncing puck. Svechnikov, little delay, finds Kyle Connor. Connor got pressured quickly by Coghlan. Dubois sends it back. Kyle Connor around the boards, and Brendan Dillon will jump in from the line. Came to Dubois. He tried to come cross ice. It got blocked. Dillon tried to come cross ice, and it got blocked as a couple of Jets trying to find Kyle Connor. Janmark back in. Save made by Hellebuyck. And right back up the ice now for Svechnikov. Svechnikov fires. Save made. Took a look back at Connor and then just whipped it.
Yeah, he sold
Thompson.
Sorry, Dennis, he sold the pass, but I love the decision. Late in the game, up by 2 goals. You don't need a turnover there.
Sanford, and the pass didn't get to him quick enough. Sanford in front for Appleton, and it bounced over his stick. Boy, there's been some chances in the last 50 seconds. And finally, the second period will come to an end.
Connor Hellebuyck was sensational in the first period. He made some excellent saves in the second. He was relied upon much less in the second half of that second period as his team got back to speed, didn't they? Winning some of those 50-50 puck battles that they maybe didn't win in the first period. And the Jets look a lot more familiar in that second frame as they scored twice, being outshot 14-27, but a couple of goals and they've got their game back.
Winnipeg Jets 2, Vegas Golden Knights no score. Goals by Pierre-Luc Dubois and Mark Scheifele after Connor Hellebuyck made a couple of brilliant saves in that period. 40 minutes done here on TSN. Nope, now they've added another one. 12-11. Make me work with my math. It's never one of my strong subjects in school.
Those +1s are tough.
They are. I was going to be an astronaut. They said that I was taking up space. Marchessault goes cross ice, and Ben Hutton will send this in. Hellebuyck trying to play it up the boards. Pietrangelo blocked it, bounces around. Ehlers trying to find it. Wheeler does and sends it on for Scheifele. Puts on the brakes inside the line. Drops for Ehlers. Oh, he had a clear path to the net. Couldn't quite pick up the puck clean enough. Dylan DeMello. Backhand pass came to Connor Hellebuyck's doorstep. Scheifele. Back for Dylan DeMello, on for Wheeler. He'll jam it up inside the Vegas line. Golden Knights turn it up ice quickly with Eichel. Eichel will drop it back. Coghlan the shot. Stopped by Hellebuyck. Turnover there. Save made by Hellebuyck as the clearing attempt by Svechnikov got stopped. There's a penalty coming up, but Connor Hellebuyck, another glorious save.
He's been a wall back there, hasn't he? And this is just a turnover that turns into a chance and maybe 2 chances against, and then ultimately a power play, which will be the second one for the Golden Knights. But there's the little hook from Pionk into the hands. And it was a turnover earlier in the play that the Jets thought that they were going to get an easy exit. Everybody was in breakout position, and Vegas caught them maybe a little bit above the puck. Second power play of this game.
Face-off will be to the left of Connor Hellebuck. Logan Stanley will snap this down the left side wall all the way back into the Vegas zone. Coghlan slowly out of his own zone. Drops it back. Nolan Patrick up the ice, hits the line. That's as far as he gets, but Coghlan follows up. Dings it off the outside of the pipe. As he unloaded from the high slot.
He's had a couple of chances, hasn't he? Not a guy that really brings a ton of offense. Interestingly enough, his first game with an NHL goal was last year against Minnesota, and he had a hat trick in that game. A memorable night for him.
Jets have scored 8 shorthanded goals this year. That is in a group tied for second in the NHL. Vegas has scored 9. They're in a group for number 1 in the NHL. Jack Eichel sends it across for William Karlsson. Back for Eichel. Eichel got tied up with Nate Schmidt. Brendan Dillon is after the puck, gets double teamed, chops at it. All the way around to Marchessault, away from him, but kept in at the line by Theodore. Near side it comes, quick shot by Chandler Stevenson, and that never got through. Back for Shea Theodore, on for Marchessault. Marchessault back for Theodore. Back to Marchessault, doesn't get much on the shot, and it's blocked by Nate Schmidt.
Right off the chest, an unorthodox block, and he's feeling it.
Marchessault back for Theodore. Watched by Tony Nato. Down for Eichel. For Marchessault. Backdoor play. And did Connor Hellebuck get a piece of that?
Well, that is the play that Vegas was looking for. When you were able to break a seam to the back door one-timer, it gives the goaltender little to no chance. And earlier it was a good job from Schmidt to block the shot, and how about that as Stevenson looks skyward as he knows he missed a glorious chance. And there's that bit of a flutter puck that gets high off of the stick of Marchessault, and Schmidt, who leads this team in block shots, over 90 of them, does a nice job courageously locking down that shot lane.
Tough to tell if Hellebuck got a piece of that or went off the crossbar or both. And now Nolan Patrick's shot is blocked by Dylan DeMello, and he's having difficulty getting up. Play will be allowed to continue. Power play, short side, try high. That misses, comes around the boards, and Pionk out of the penalty box almost had a break. And now Dylan DeMello slides his way back to the Winnipeg Jets bench.
Yeah, it's almost like that shot paralyzed his leg. As I think he takes it off the inside of the knee, Dennis. And man, those ones are stingers. Usually you return from those ones, but man, they hurt.
3 shots on that power play for Vegas, but the Jets kill it off. Ehlers spins off the boards, puts on the brakes against Coghlan. Ehlers still has it, lets it go through traffic. Save made by Thompson. Nicholas Waugh on the loose puck. Plays it out through center. Kolesar gets wrapped up, finds it, spins it into the Jet zone. Hellebuck on for Brendan Dillon, banks it back for Josh Morrissey. Morrissey puts on the brakes against the checking of Brett Howden. Morrissey will try it for a second time. Up for Svechnikov, not enough on the pass, and another save by Connor Hellebuck. This one off of Kolesar.
Yeah, that was a great job from Howden on the forecheck. All 3 guys in on that one.
Svechnikov muscles it to the side of the net. Got taken down. Crowd reacted. Play goes on.
Yeah, Svechnikov was not happy. He thought the first call against him was soft, and one there arguably that maybe he should have drawn.
Carrier puts it deep into the Jet zone, but Pionk off the backboards. Plays it for Svechnikov and back for Pionk. Floats one in. Logan Thompson will glove it. Team start a change, and Pietrangelo will carry it out. On for Eichel. Eichel into the Jet zone. Nate Schmidt chases him to the near side boards. Chandler Stevenson takes a bump from Pionk. It's around for Marchessault. At the line, unable to get it deep was Ben Hutton, but it ends up on the stick of Chandler Stevenson. Down low it goes, and Eichel's shot never got through. Stevenson got spilled in the corner. Marchessault has the puck. Back at the line for Hutton. Got away from him. Pietrangelo finds it. Pietrangelo sends it down low. Eichel off the boards. Couldn't handle it. And it's grabbed off by Zach Sanford. 2-0 Jets. Dennis Bayak, Kevin Sawyer, Sarah Orlesky, our TSN crew here at Canada Life Center. as the Jets start 4 home games in 6 nights.
Yeah, this game is starting to find its tempo back here and some emotion too, as Stevenson has some words for Neil Pionk. It's getting physical, and pay attention to the level of emotion here as we reach the second half of this third. A big game for both of these teams.
Tony Nato, Adam Brooks in there trying to find a loose puck. 2 goals on the year for Adam Brooks. Both came as a member of the Vegas Golden Knights earlier this year.
And Vegas is having something to say about this third period, and their forecheck is what brought them success in the first. A really good chance from Kolasar after his line mates did a good job getting the puck back, and then look at that left knee. You feel all of that as DeMello gets hit with the sniper, barely can get off the ice. Look at this, he slides into home base. It's 17 blocked shots against the Chicago Blackhawks. Dave Lowry talked about the sense of urgency in that game to get in front of shots, and a couple of big ones in this last shift from Schmidt and then from DeMello, who follows it up.
Shea Theodore will lift this down the ice. An Anaheim first-round pick back in 2013. Ehlers on for Wheeler and back for Nikolai Ehlers. Ehlers trying to lose the checking of Kolasar. The shot hit Wheeler. And now a race for it. Connor's after it. Logan Stanley gets back there first. Stanley's pass almost picked off by Theodore. Stanley into the backboards hard and slowly makes his way back to the Winnipeg Jets bench.
Yeah, this game is starting to get physical here as guys taking and giving hits, slow to get up on both sides, as Nikolai Ehlers took one and limping to the bench.
So Ehlers slowly to the bench, and Connor Hellebuyck is going to hang on to this. And we'll check in on Nikolai Ehlers and Dylan DeMello, when has made his way to the Winnipeg Jets dressing room. And Kevin Sawyer, just to your left there is Ehlers, and how's he doing?
Yeah, well, he's getting some blade work done, and this is the price you pay sometimes for getting the pucks first. A stick from Pietrangelo into the feet of Ehlers takes him out and goes into the end boards hard. And I tell you, it's been ice bag hockey here in the third period, where you've got 2 massive points dangling for someone to grab. And Vegas right now, I believe, 4 points up on the Jets, and the Jets have 2 games in hand on Vegas. Of course, Dallas up 3 points with 3 games in hand on the Jets. It's condensed, it's tight, and every single point at a premium. And you get the sense that the emotion of this game is matching the importance of the points.
Logan Stanley also shaken up, but he appears to be okay on the Winnipeg Jets bench. Talk about injuries and timing. Blake Wheeler was out 41 days, just missed 9 games. That was through that stretch where a bunch of games got knocked off. Ehlers was out for 42 days and missed 19 games. Shot blocked in front of the net. And now if you want to look further, Adam Lowry could be out for 5 days and miss 4 games.
Nate Schmidt takes another one up high, and I'll tell you, it looks so dangerous. He's chirping to his bench and smiling. You just can't wipe the smirk off of this guy's face, and dangerously blocks another shot.
Schmidt kicks that one down low. Bounces towards the blue line. Morrissey pokes it back deep into the Vegas zone. Under 13 to go here in period number 3. Ottawa here Thursday. Columbus with Patrick Laine here on Friday. And the linesman gets tied up along the near side boards. That was Mark Shuchek. Chance for Kyle Connor. Save made as Thompson got the right pad down. Connor spins this back for Stastny. Stastny at the line for Pionk. Near side, Brendan Dillon. On for Connor. Back for Pionk. Through traffic. Ticked off a leg and high and wide. Brendan Dillon trying to chip it down low. Janmark lost his footing. Appleton gets it down low. Into the slot. Sanford, and that never got through as Ben Hutton got in front of it. Around for Stastny. And a pass back to the line is deflected away. Good stick there from Janmark.
A couple good saves at both ends of the ice, and that last one from Logan Thompson on Kyle Connor was fantastic, as he just holds his ground and outweighs Connor, who's got the option to pass and elects to shoot. A big save from the Golden Knights goaltender.
Feeling was in the back-to-back with Thompson playing last night that Laurent Brossoit was going to play tonight. Feeling is that Laurent Brossoit is dealing with something. Robin Leonard is on IR. And that Brossoit is dealing with something that allows him to dress as a backup, but maybe not comfortable to go in as a starter yet. Here comes Marchessault. Back for the Golden Knights. Throws it to the crease. Stopped by Connor Hellebuyck. Theodore on the loose puck. Plays it back for Dylan Coghlan. Coghlan wires it. And into the midsection of Hellebuyck. And we'll get a stoppage.
Chance here again for the Golden Knights, and you can see the trend here. Bodies to the net, shooting the puck off of the rush. Watch the defense from Kyle Connor. A pickpocket right there. Lifts the stick. He gets some help from Stastny, and a 2-on-1. A good play to take the pass away, so Kyle Connor elects to shoot. Logan Thompson does a nice job, and watch Josh Morrissey get the stick of Jack Eichel, get the body, and the puck doesn't go in the net, but everything else does. Nice job defensively from Josh.
Face-off in the Jet zone is Josh Morrissey sitting on 9 goals, 3 goals in his last 7 games. Around for Kyle Connor. On for Dubois with Svechnikov trying to carry it in. In the 8-game point streak for Kyle Connor, he has 16 points, including 7 goals. Cross-ice passes. Connor tried to find Pierre-Luc Dubois, and a good defensive play by Daniil Miromanov.
Yeah, it was a good initial attack, and then it was a nice job getting the puck back, and maybe even a better defensive play to keep that pass from going through the slot.
Svechnikov, Dubois, he'll dump it in, and now Brett Howden and Pierre-Luc Dubois go at it in front of the Vegas bench. Patrick is into the pile.
Certain guys, just by playing their natural game, their default setting, drive other players and other teams crazy. Neil Pionk's one of them. Pierre-Luc Dubois is another, and he always has the attention of the other team. It's because he plays a heavy game and that he looks for traffic. He looks for the tough plays, and right there you can see Howden, a little extra shove, and Pierre-Luc Dubois always wants to get the last laugh. A little bit of a scrum as we've seen that emotion stay at an all-time high through this game in this third.
Vegas number 41. Each guy's minor penalties for cross-checking.
So 2 each for cross-checking to Howden and Dubois.
And this is a trade-off that, quite frankly, the Vegas Golden Knights will take. You're taking one of the best players and one of the hardest players to play against in Pierre-Luc Dubois off the ice. And all due respect to Brett Howden, he's a depth player for Vegas and plays some 4-on-4.
39 shots on goal now for the Vegas Golden Knights. So the trade deadline has come and gone. Andrew Kopp now a member of the New York Rangers, and he leaves after a 3-assist night in Chicago on Sunday. He was 9 of 15 in the face-off department. 467 games played as a member of the Winnipeg Jets. We wish him the best, and welcome to Winnipeg for Mason Appleton. Again, second go-around for him. Former American Hockey League Rookie of the Year with the Moose, and newcomer Zach Sanford. This will make its way out to center, and Eichel is on it. Eichel. So Dylan DeMello back out. Centered in front, back got blocked. DeMello goes after it. Gets inside position. Little delay, checks both ways. And a battle for a puck, and Scheifele had it. Theodore took it away. Got dumped there by Wheeler. On for Eichel. Eichel now gets pressured by Scheifele, and DeMello has the puck. Oh, Wheeler was busting up the boards, and DeMello couldn't get a handle on it, or Wheeler was gone. Wheeler now back in for Morrissey, looking for Scheifele in front, and into the catching glove of Logan Thompson. Into the back half of period number 3, the Jets up by 2. Card at Save-On Foods to be entered into $1 Million Score and Win. A Save-On Foods shopper will win an amazing prize every time the Jets score a goal.
Well, I said Brett Howden, but it's actually Patrick at 4-1 instead of 2-1. Probably Brett thanking his buddy for falling on the sword. Regardless of that, it's 4-on-4 hockey here.
Pionk wires it, save made by Thompson, but yeah, it was Dubois and Howden that got into it in front of the Vegas bench, and Logan Thompson felt that blast from Neil Pionk.
I certainly did, and Stastny 57% in the face-off circle. He's won a couple key ones on the penalty kill. A clean win right there, and you set your buddy up for a pretty darn good shot. Pionk steps into it.
121 games played as a member of the Vegas Golden Knights for Paul Stastny. Talk about Ottawa here Thursday, Columbus on Friday. That'll be the 8th back-to-back of the year for the Winnipeg Jets. As for William Karlsson, too far.
Return of Patrick Laine as well.
Yep.
Assuming that he stays healthy. 19 goals in his last 21 games. It'll be interesting to see him as he's playing at his best hockey arguably since he's been traded.
We'll have the number 2 and the number 3 pick from the 2016 draft in that game. Patrick Laine was 2 and Pierre-Luc Dubois was 3. There's Laurent Brossoit. Pietrangelo, another big minute night for him. Turned over at the line. Off the corner boards for Pionk. He'll leave it there for Nate Schmidt. Being watched by William Karlsson. Those two came to Vegas in year 1. Stastny. Kyle Connor. Pionk scores! Neil Pionk has been over 40 games since he's found the back of the net. But he wires that one for his 3rd of the year.
And just the magical vision and hands of Kyle Connor. And look at the way that he kind of attacks the 3 guys. Loses the puck, but a nice job for Stastny just to go into traffic and be a reinforcement. He kicks it wide over to Kyle Connor. And look at the sauce, the pixie dust on that one as it falls flat into the one-timer for Pionk, who hits it right into the back of the net. 3rd goal of the game for the Jets. First one of the night for Pionk and a 2-point night for Kyle Connor with a beautiful pass.
23rd multi-point game of the year for Kyle Connor. 13 points in his last 5 games. I can go on.
Yeah, Dennis, he's had 20 points in 28 of his last 34 games. He's been unbelievably consistent.
Here comes Morrissey at 40 assists on the year now for Kyle Connor. 39 goals, and he will become the first 40-40 for the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, in franchise history, and this guy is just getting better and better every year. And he's a double threat, a triple threat, really. Good defensively. He's excellent at scoring goals, needless to say. And of course, he can pass the puck as good as anybody. A couple assists tonight, and that one was a beauty cross ice.
Paul Stastny with the other assist. Pierre-Luc Dubois wins the face-off. DeMello for Morrissey. Puts it behind the net. Svechnikov is after it. Svechnikov trying to pull it to the middle of the ice, could not. And does get turned over. Dubois, Svechnikov. Svechnikov back for Dubois. Redirects it to the paint. And grabbed and held by Logan Thompson.
Just great intention when you lose the puck. And these guys have been doing this here in the 2nd and 3rd period consistently. It's a reload. How hard are you willing to work when you lose the puck? So possession, Vegas, but it's possession back for the Winnipeg Jets, and it's because of the back pressure and the reload and just the will to get that puck back. All 3 guys are tracking hard, and a good little counter punch from that Dubois line.
Taken by Nikolai Ehlers. Swings it back at the line. Stanley the shot. That got blockered away. And Svechnikov trying to chip it around the boards. And Cotter is there. 3 goals and 10 assists for 13 points in the last 5 games for Kyle Connor. In behind for Jake Leschyshyn, trying to center it. Kolesar at the line, tied up there with Dubois. Kolesar has the loose puck for Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo at the top of the circle, getting chased there by Sanford. Down for Cotter. Cotter puts on the brakes. Bank pass back for Pietrangelo. Wires that one, and Connor Hellebuyck turned that away. At the line, kept in by Ben Hutton. Cotter after it in the corner. He'll take a bump there from Dubois. Schmidt will jam it on to Svechnikov. He'll chip it off the glass back into the Vegas zone. Pietrangelo with Sanford after him. Stolen there, and a shot by Appleton goes off a skate for a stick and wide.
Yeah, he nubbed that shot. Didn't get everything on it that he wanted, but a nice little in-tight pass from Sanford to Appleton, the 2 new guys close to connecting.
A couple of former St. Louis Blues, Pietrangelo and Sanford. Pietrangelo shovels it around the boards, blocked there by Pionk. Sanford. Stastny will send it deep. Appleton gets tied up in the corner. Pietrangelo trying to jam it up there. It's poked loose, and Ben Hutton, his clearing attempt stopped by Sanford, and then Eichel will bat it out to center ice. Chandler Stevenson couldn't get anywhere.
Yeah, he had no options and nowhere to go because all 5 guys in the dark blue jerseys were above their options. This Stastny line has been excellent, and Stastny calming presence as he just kind of does the right thing, makes it easy.
Wheeler scores, extends his goal streak to 5 games as he redirects the Scheifele pass to the back of the net, and it's 4-0.
Yeah, and again, this just comes off a transition. If I can stop talking for 2 seconds. Nice job from the Jets again, just to reload, and Ehlers give the puck, but he keeps skating. And look at the way he travels through traffic. He gives his stick, and a nice job just keeping his route to the net. There's the retip. No chance for Logan Thompson, and Scheifele does a really nice job recognizing that there's a stick available, a retip. A really nice job driving the middle of the ice and scoring off the rush.
8 points now for Ehlers in the 6-game point streak that he has. And it is a 5-game goal-scoring streak now for Nikolai Ehlers. Has an assist in this game as well. Scheifele a goal and an assist. With the assist there, Patrick gets tied up at center with Ehlers. Chance in front, and that got batted away. Another assist for Blake Wheeler. Wheeler carries in, Scheifele fires, and that's off of Coghlan. Wheeler tracks it down in the corner. So the Jets will move to within 2 points of the Vegas Golden Knights. We'll still have a couple of games in hand. The Dallas Stars are in there. Stars have 4 games in hand on Vegas, 2 on the Jets. Dallas in action tonight. We'll check on that score in a sec as Dallas entertaining the Edmonton Oilers. Dallas up 2-1 after 2. Thank you, Ryan Moyer. Ask and you shall receive. Carrier trying to muscle it to the front of the net against Logan Stanley. Stanley gives him a shot. Waugh for Janmark up the boards. Carrier trying to drive that to the net. That hit Nate Schmidt. Another block for him. He's going to have a couple handfuls of block shots and maybe some sore parts on his body. Scramble in front of the net and a backhand in tight try by Carrier. Nicholas Waugh trying to get it to the front of the net. Tied up with Stanley. And finally grabbed by Kyle Connor. He'll send it rink wide, tipped by Schmidt. Dubois chases it down. Jets are trying to get a change in. Janmark back in. Kyle Connor got a piece of him. Pionk plays it up the boards. Connor's on it. Connor trying to work it to the front of the net. Got stopped there down low by Stastny. And it's around for Appleton and now for Stastny and on for Brendan Dillon. He will dump it in. After it is Stastny. Ben Hutton back for Vegas. Stopped inside the line by Pionk. He'll bat it back into the Vegas zone. The Vegas Golden Knights in danger here of dropping their 7th straight road game minus a number of veteran players. 2 here in a short time frame. Ehlers following the goal by Pionk.
The other night, he talked about how his team needs to find ways to score, whether on the power play, even goal, even strength goals. There's no more victories this time of the year as his team is dangerously close to losing their 7th straight on the road. The Jets, after a win tonight, will be 2 points back of the Vegas Golden Knights with 2 games in hand for that last wild card spot. And talk about tough times. Pete DeBoer's club is just out without key members of their club. They lost a couple more to COVID in the beginning of this trip. And it hasn't been easy for him or his club to find wins on the road.
Yeah, he said last night, I have never been through anything like this as a coach. And they are missing some key pieces. Zach Whitecloud is out. Braden McNabb, Nicholas Haig, has missed 3 games now. Amadio is another one that is in COVID protocol. Martinez has been out since early in the year. Max Pacioretty and, of course, Mark Stone.
Yeah, over 350 man games lost. It's got to be close if it's not the most in the National Hockey League. And you think about their last 7 road games, including tonight, they've been able to only muster 13 goals in that time period.
This is jammed in by Tony Nato. Harkins chases on the far side. It's around for Marchessault. Marchessault for Eichel. Eichel trying to swing it to the front of the net. Adam Brooks breaks it up and sends it on for Jansen Harkins. Harkins, the cross-ice dump in. Tony Nato going in after it. Zach Hayes tried to clear, kept in at the line by Brendan Dillon. Adam Brooks is shaken up in front of the Vegas net. Sharp side try there by Harkins, turned away by Thompson. Harkins on it again. Back for Pionk. He'll play it through for Brendan Dillon. Dillon back for Neil Pionk. Pionk will take it wide, being watched by Waugh. Now grabbed off, and Zach Hayes will send it up through center and back into the Jet zone. Pionk quickly on for Harkins. And Coughlin there for Vegas, on for Keegan Colasar, and a glove save by Connor Hellebuck.
Oh, this is the time of the season where everybody's scoreboard watching and checking out how things change day by day on the standings. Nashville has been bumped down now as St. Louis has taken over that 3rd position in the Central Division. And Vegas, you can see, with 72 points after a win tonight, the Jets will trail them just by 2 points, and it'll be just Dallas, who does have 2 games in hand on the Jets, that will stand in between the Jets and that final wild card spot.
St. Louis a win in Washington, so 79 points for Washington, so they will jump ahead of the Minnesota Wild. At center, Colasar for Carlson, off a skate. Svechnikov down low to take it away. On for Connor. Trying to get that for Dubois. Intercepted. Patrick will play it back, and Carlson will send it around the boards. Chipped ahead for Kyle Connor. Knocked away by Nolan Patrick. Gets it back for Colasar. Colasar back for Patrick. Watched by Nate Schmidt. Bank pass to the line. Miromanov spins. Gets it on for Carlson, and he'll play it deep in behind the Jets net with 1 minute left to go here in period number 3, as the Jets will go to 8-3-1 in the last 12 games. Stastny's shot was blocked. Morrissey ripped it. That's off a stick and wide. Mason Appleton is backboard at the line for DeMello. Redirect by Stastny. Save made Thompson. Great play by DeMello. Has it again. Sends it back in behind for Stastny. Stastny into the slot for Appleton. Appleton tied up by Cotter. Morrissey holds it in. Sends it down for Appleton. Trying to swing it rink wide for Stastny. Jake Leschyshyn breaks it up and sends it back out to center and inside the Jets line for Morrissey.
And the crowd letting the Jets feel the appreciation, as they've certainly grown into this game, haven't they? It was a first period that was not good. The Jets would like to forget it. They were much better in the second period and took advantage and control of this game in the third. This place going crazy. Connor Hellebuck. What a fantastic night, stopping all 42 shots that have fired at him with a big shutout. A 2-point night for Kyle Connor, and what looked like it might be a dark night. In that first period, the Jets finally put the Golden Knights away 4-0. A huge 4-point game for the Jets as they try to climb themselves back in that final wild card spot.
His second career shutout against the Vegas Golden Knights, and some shutouts, maybe goalies don't play a major part.